Hi, I'm Emily Haydon, Senior Director of Admissions at Kellogg. One of the favorite parts of my job is reading applications and hearing the unique stories of our candidates. I'm here today to give you some insider advice on how to put forward the best application possible. Our goal as an admissions team is to help you put your best foot forward. You're already impressive, and now it's time to learn how to stand out to the admissions committee. In this video, we'll help you consider all the critical pieces to presenting your story. Getting started with the application, your resume and career goals, letters of recommendation, written essays, the interview, employer sponsorship, and transcripts. And I can't think of anyone better to share tips for getting started with your application than our very own admissions director, Dustin Saunders.
Thanks, Emily. To help you get started, our admissions team has put together a few tips on completing your application. First, we recommend you connect with our team via a resume review or an admissions chat before you apply. These are completely optional, but they give you a chance to see if Kellogg is right for you and to get answers to any specific questions you may have. Secondly, apply early. In each class, there are a limited number of seats, and our team handpicks students to optimize diversity of experience and expertise. As we offer rolling admissions, getting your app in early may increase your chance of admission. And for our final tip, please plan ahead. We try to make the application process as smooth as possible, but consider the time needed to obtain your recommendation letters, transcripts, sponsorship letter, and to complete your essays. Most applicants prefer to have 1 to 2 months to complete an application.
Thanks, Dustin, for that helpful perspective. Now let's talk about what the MBA Admissions Committee looks for in our candidates. One key component is rich work experience and demonstrated career growth. Our program is for working professionals with a minimum of 8 years of work experience. The average candidate has 14 years of experience. The students we select have had time to develop a deep expertise in their industry or functional area. You should also have managerial experience before you apply, whether it be managing people, processes, or programs. The next item we evaluate is how well you communicate. The Executive MBA program is highly interactive and collaborative, so this is important throughout the application process and is a good indicator of success in the program. Our team assesses this in 2 areas, the interview and the essays. We make our best effort to interview most candidates that submit an application. The interview is your chance to articulate your unique story. Tell us about your work experience, your goals, and why you are interested in joining the Kellogg community, and demonstrate your interpersonal skills. After submitting your application, you will receive a confirmation email and follow-up communication regarding the interview. The essays are another key component to the application. Contrary to popular belief, we are not looking for perfect prose. Rather, we are looking for the ability to answer the prompts clearly and to demonstrate your point of view. What's your story, and how have you gotten to this point in your career? We encourage applicants to limit their response to 1 page per essay question. The application has 2 required essays and a 3rd optional essay. We recommend completing the optional essay only if you absolutely have an aspect of your candidacy that needs further explanation. Examples of when to use the optional essay are potentially a gap in employment, a career move that might have been an intentional step back, or perhaps poor undergraduate performance. Next, we want to know how you're regarded by your colleagues, as this is a good indicator of how one will fare in our team-driven, collaborative classroom environment. We are looking for candidates who are respected by their superiors and coworkers and have demonstrated impact in their respective organization. We require 2 letters of recommendation, one of which must come from your supervisor. If you're the owner of your own company or the CEO, we suggest you request the recommendation from a board member or a previous supervisor. And now I want to address employer sponsorship. This is easily our most frequently asked question. As part of the application, you must provide a letter of sponsorship from your employer indicating they will be supportive of your time away from work to pursue your Executive MBA. I want to emphasize that this is a time sponsorship letter. You are not required to have financial sponsorship. Only about a quarter of our students are fully sponsored by their employers, while the rest have partial employer sponsorship or are funding this investment in their education themselves. And lastly, we evaluate candidates' intellectual ability and academic readiness. This is critical to ensuring everyone in our classroom can handle the academic rigor of the program. We require transcripts from all undergraduate and postgraduate schools you've attended. If you attended a non-US based institution, we require a course-by-course evaluation report from a NACES-approved agency in lieu of your official transcripts. This evaluation ensures your degree is equivalent to a bachelor's degree in the US and thus satisfies the official transcript requirement. For Executive MBA applicants, test scores, including the GMAT or executive assessment, are not required in most instances. If you are not a US citizen or a permanent resident, we do require TOEFL scores. We consider exceptions on a case-by-case basis, and I recommend speaking to an admissions officer about your individual situation if you think it warrants a TOEFL waiver. Occasionally, applicants may be asked to take the GMAT if the initial review of their transcripts reveal areas of academic concern. Now that I've armed you with my insider tips, I hope you feel well prepared to start your application. To take the next step, I encourage you to schedule a one-on-one admissions chat or a resume review by emailing us for availability or visiting our website. I also encourage all of you to participate in our admissions events and take a look at our on-demand videos and tours, which give you insight into the student and campus experiences. We look forward to meeting and speaking with you soon. Thank you for joining Dustin and me today.